You ever wonder what an offensive coordinator's thinking about at the D1 level? Today, we're going inside the mind of a UT offensive coordinator. Longhorns versus Bears coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pulaski, former 11-year pro and quarterbacks coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Today, I want to take you inside the mind of an offensive coordinator. You ever wonder what they're thinking, what they're calling, what kind of cheats they have? Well, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to take you through a single series, University of Texas versus Cal. This is from the 2016 game when they had Buechele, a freshman quarterback at that time, and Sterling Gilbert, a first-year offensive coordinator. But I'm going to show you how he worked his first series. It's a good series. They didn't score, but we'll talk about all the different thoughts and some quarterback play. Let's take a look. Here we go. Freshman quarterback coming into play. You're going against Cal on the road in Berkeley, and you've got 1st and 10 on your own 16-yard line. Now, I'm going to go through 11 plays. We're going to keep it pretty quick. Otherwise, we could spend hours and hours dissecting everything. But the first play, what do you call right out of the gate? RPO. Give yourself a chance. What does your young quarterback see? He sees 5-man box here with the conflict defender on the outside. They're running the inside zone, so they're all going to block zone up front. Running back coming for inside zone handoff. They're going to run a quick hitch to the outside. Freshman running the RPO makes it easy because it's a pre-snap read that we just went through, and then one conflict defender to read. Run it through one time. Eyes right on his man. Hands it off. Big gainer on the first play. 5-man box. Good read by the quarterback. Let's look at it from the backside here real quick. Again, 5-man box. Conflict defender is still outside. As a quarterback, you're good to go. You've got man on man, hat on hat. Everybody is covered up and blocked. Running back just has to read the zone hole, and he gets a big gain here. So good play, good first call, very safe. So now you've got 11 personnel in the game. 2nd and 4, minus 22. You're University of Texas. You want to establish some run. Cal is playing nickel. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive backs in the game, which means they've got 2 linebackers in here, 4 down liners, 6-man box. Texas has the extra player up here at tight end, so they've got 6 on 6, and they're going to run the counter play. Pulling both guard and tackle, so counter tray. Tight end picking up that extra block off the end. Nice job getting inside, picking up that block, and you can see guard pulling and sealing, tackle kicking and leading. Straight counter, run the football. Texas Longhorns, that's what you do. He logs it on the end. Good read by the running back. And first down for Texas. Watch it one time from the backside. Again, early, young quarterback. You want to establish that running game. You want to be physical. You want to be tough up front. And so counterplay, very simply, block down on the backside. It's nice that D-tackle hasn't gotten off the ball. Blocking down at guard. Tackle's coming down with it, working to that backside backer. You're going to see guard, pull, and seal. Tackle, pull, and he's either going to kick or seal. In this case, he logs it, he seals it, and he gets the edge. The thinking here is establish the run, be physical. Counter is a great way to do that. Now, you got a first down. Natural comeback play off counter is power, right? Power and counter work together. And so Texas is going to come back with the RPO off of the power. Motion across, straight power, guard pulls, and the safety cheats down, so the quarterback pulls it and gets a big completion out of it. Let's just talk through the logistics of it real quick. Again, with a young quarterback, RPOs are a great way to go. In the straight passing game, you're asking your quarterback to read through coverages, to read through full zones. Here, you're asking your quarterback to read one defender. That's your conflict defender. You motion your man across tight end. He's going to seal that edge and kick out. Guard's going to pull and lead through. So if this safety stays out wide, now with that guard leading through on the backer, you're going to double here, work the backside backer. you're good to go. You hand this ball off. But with the safety cheating down in, freshman quarterback reads it. He's got the throw on the outside to number 2. Boom. Safety cheats. He's out of position. Both these guys are really open, but take the easy one. Make that throw. Good read, good execution. Then you got a blocker on the outside, so you pick up some extra yards. Watch the quarterback's head here from the backside. Brings his man in motion. He's going to take the snap, power here inside the back, and he's reading conflict defender in that safety. 6-man box right now, he'd be okay handing this ball off on power, but as that safety cheats, he knows he's got something to the outside. So RPO, and you can see it's RPO because all these big dudes are blocking run all the way. This is all run blocking up front. So they think that they are running the football behind it. It's the quarterback's choice to pull. He pulls it, he sees it, rips it. Now that said, let's talk about his feet a little bit here, just for a little bit of quarterback play. You can see him, and this is something that a lot of young quarterbacks do. He gives this fake and gets real big, wide, and doesn't step at his target. Steps back to the outside and gets long in his motion. Watch as he steps across here. Watch how long he gets on his feet. Foot comes outside instead of at his target, and he drops the ball down here because he's out of position. If he gets his feet set square, keeps that nice wide base, he wouldn't have to have that long step. Head wouldn't be going up and down. In this case, he gets away with it, and it's just fine. Now you've run power, you've run counter, just got a big pickup on the RPO on the hitch to the outside. So now they're going to come back and run wham. This guy is going to come in and wham this guy, and quarterback is going to read. He's reading slant to the backside. This defensive end right here, I think, gets in his way on the throw. So he hesitates, and when he does, linebacker comes in and gets a tip on the ball. So he's hesitant on the throw, and because of that, defense wins on this play. Run through it one time. Makes the read, nobody outside, hesitates, and the ball gets batted. We'll watch it from the backside because it's easier. So as an O coordinator right here, I'm thinking, I've got the running game going. We've hit him with counter. I've got the RPO game going. We've completed a couple in the RPO, and the quarterback's making good reads. I'm going to give him the read again. Wham, the one technique, and let the quarterback make this read. But he hesitates, I think, because that's in his way. Gives the fake, and when he pulls it, he hesitates now. Something out here has got him off the throw. And again, I think it's either this D tackle, maybe the DB behind it, who he was reading for the RPO, but he pulls it and tries to reset, and when he does, backer gets the deflection. So the key to RPOs for a quarterback is being on time with your throw. Just like any pass route, timing, drops, everything setting up to throwing on time is key. Otherwise, the defense has a chance to make it up. So now, as an OC, you're behind the chains, you're behind on your timing, but your running game has been working. It's still second down, so what do? Well, you come back with play action pass. In this case, it's not an RPO, straight play action, because you want to hold the backers. And what you're going to get is all curl on the outside. Curl here, curl in the middle, curl on the outside. Quarterback's going to give a little fake, and the back is actually going to come off and make a really nice block to the outside. I don't know what was called in the huddle. It looks like a full slide protection here, although I believe this tight end may have blown it too by coming down. If I were to block this up, I would keep the tight end home on Sam and let the back read that inside backer. Make it a man slide protection, man zone slide protection. In this case, tight end, when he comes down, he leaves this Sam backer free, and the back does a great job of coming back out and getting a piece of him. But that rushes the young quarterback, and young quarterbacks tend to have sloppy feet. And so Buechele does here, just a freshman, remember. Watch the big, wide jump up in the pocket, escape, and he's wide and outside. We'll look at it from the backside again. So watch his feet as he slides. He feels this pressure coming right now. So he knows it's coming. This back does a great job of just getting a piece of it. But because of that, Buechele has to step up hard. You'll see his head going up and down as he pops in, and he gets really wide on his throw because he feels rushed. So he feels it. Whoa. And he's long. He drops that ball down, steps out wide, and because of it, that ball's low and away. Receiver makes a great catch, but it could have been a better ball, but still a completion. Now 3rd and 1. So what do you come back with? Another RPO. Running through here one time, we'll take a look at it. So running the ball inside, but I think 3rd and 1, they may have locked this all the way. Quarterback has bubble to the outside here. They're running hard inside zone, and they get a good double team with the guard. They actually get back to the safety. So an excellent job blocking up front. Again, I called it 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and 2. But back sees it. He sees everything collapse on that outside. And so he just follows that, trails, and this guard gets up onto that safety for a nice block. So excellent job of getting just enough to get that first down. You can lock that. They'd have probably gotten the first down had they thrown the bubble to the outside as well. All right, we're halfway through the drive. If you like what I'm doing, if you love X's and O's, you love talking about football, make sure you subscribe to that channel, ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we have new stuff coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you're digging going through this drive and the thinking of an offensive coordinator. And leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Texas fans especially, you guys have been great. Leave me a comment down below, something else you'd like to see. So let's get back to it now. Let's continue this drive, and we'll see how it ends. For an offensive coordinator, you have crossed the 50-yard line. You've got a first down. This is when guys love to take a shot, stretch the field. They feel like they've got some breathing room. They've got plays to use. And so that's exactly what Gilbert does here. He crosses the 50, and it's time for him to take a shot downfield. So what you're going to see is play action by the quarterback, going to give that play action inside zone fake and the drop. You're going to have comebacks or pivots on the outside and a slot fade. Now, of course, the young quarterback loves to throw the ball deep. He sees that he's got a match one-on-one here with the safety. Well, the safety's high to start, and he's going to take a shot at that slot fade. Boom, play action, good protection. Takes a shot at the slot fade. I love the fact, watch this wide receiver. He keeps running with his head down until he gets past the DB. See him here? Head down, head down. I'm not turning back until I've won this thing. Right when he gets even is when his head comes back. Now, we'll talk about why Buechele missed here in terms of his technique. First off, we've talked about it before. A nice wide base for quarterbacks where the heels aren't coming together. They're not heel clicking. They're not kind of bouncing up and down with their head is a big piece of it. So watch Buechele's feet here. So he takes an extra false step, but then when he gets to the back of his drop, he's going to take a huge hitch forward. Like he's going to take everything he's got to make this throw. And when he does that, also watch his feet come together, right? So now when his feet come together, his head is going up and down. Remember, your eyes are your targeting system. And so when his head's going up and down, he's not going to be as accurate on the throw. Boom, big stretch. Not too bad. The ball's down a little bit low, but not horrible, not down by his waist. But with his head moving up and down, he throws this ball and just misses his receiver. Now, on top of that, receiver, although he did a great job of getting by the DB, he's also fading to the outside. So it makes it a harder throw for his quarterback to complete that ball. And as a young quarterback, you always feel like I'm going to miss where only my guy can get it. So he overthrew it a little bit, had an opportunity, could have put it in there. And as he progressed in his career later on at SMU, he became a more accurate passer, as you would expect for an older quarterback. All right, so that was play number 7. Now, play number 8. You took your shot. You're coming back. You're on the left hash, and you want to see how they're going to line up the trips. So you go trips right, and you get initially a 5-man box, but you'll see just prior to the snap, this linebacker starts working his way back into the box. When he does as a QB, easy read. RPO, I've got essentially an uncovered man who's running a hitch. If I hold both these linebackers in the box, that's my throw. So easy read for young quarterback, good play call on the RPO, and you go right back to your bread and butter. Fake the inside zone, nobody over the number 3, throw the hitch, and pick up another first down. You can see Texas is going fast here. They just got the big first down. Chains aren't even set yet. Cal's players are running all over the place, trying to figure out where they're going in terms of coverage. So Texas is in that hurry up. They're already set. Official still standing over the ball. But what they have on here is an RPO running stretch zone inside. Everybody running that stretch zone to the front side. You've got 6-man box, 4 down, 2 linebackers. They're going to run a now screen. So he's going to quick hitch back, block here, block man over, and it's off for this play. Great job, good read. Cal's out of position. As a QB, you take what they give you. Boom, everybody inside, run the now screen. Excellent job by that receiver because didn't get a very good block up front. One thing you got to do, and it's really hard. I'm not saying that I could do it, but as a receiver, you got to make sure you cut him off that he cannot get to the ball carrier. So a lot of guys kind of go slow into this, try to read it and block it. Got to get there first and then dig him inside out. But great move by the receiver. Good job. Good acceleration upfield. And once again, Texas gets a nice gain out of it, 8 yards. So 2nd and 2, they're going to run a little play action again. And they're going to run a quick on the outside or now, a wheel curl, and a bang seam by number 3. QB plays this game to his right. Even though he's on the right hash, he's got a quick to the outside as well. And this backer actually takes him off his read, does a nice job of playing in between. You're going to see as he plays it in between, quarterback wants to rip it to the curl, but gets lost in it, has to hitch, has to hesitate, and takes the sack. He's actually locked into this throw. He's decided here he's going to throw this curl. If he really keyed this backer, he would see he's got this seam throw on the money about 12 to 14 yards downfield. But he comes off it early, wants to throw that curl to the outside, and as a result, doesn't like it because he's got somebody playing him in between. Now, what do you do as a QB? Well, he's a good athlete. He scrambles, but doesn't have the awareness of what's going on behind him. And that's a young Evan Weaver on the sack. So you've had 10 plays. You're down in your opponent's territory, but you just took a big sack. You're an offensive coordinator. What do you go with for a play call? Young quarterback, you want to make it clean and easy. In this case, they choose to go with a yogi or Y stick. They're going to solo up number 3 to the top, and they're going to run double smashes on the outside. I'll draw it up for you. So what you're about to see is double smash, sit down, corner, sit down, corner, call it a hitch, call it a bar, call it a weight route on that smash. And then they're going to try to solo up this guy against a backer or a nickel backer and make it easy for your quarterback to read. A couple things happen here that destroy this play for Texas. One, quarterback's drop is too quick. He's ready before his receiver is out of his route. Secondly, this receiver doesn't take the time to make the move to close the distance and finish his route. He's going to come down and stay away from this man and turn out. Well, unless you force him, unless you either pressure him right now or break hard away where you're coming out of your route, you're in trouble because the linebacker has already turned towards you. He's moving your direction, and you haven't frozen him, you haven't stopped him, you haven't turned his hips or anything else. And so between the quarterback being too quick on his drop and the receiver not really selling his route, the receiver ends up covered, and Buechele has nowhere to go with this ball. You see the drop right here? Buechele one-steps it. He's ready right now. His receiver isn't even close. So none of these reads are clean right now, but he's ready to throw. So too quick on the drop for one. Secondly, you see this receiver just pulled the DB to him, just pulled the linebacker to him because he never did anything to force that. He should have pressure released or given a move like he was coming over the top, done something to make that linebacker react. But instead, all he did with his route is draw this linebacker to him, and now as he pivots out, the linebacker is going to be right on his hip. So Buechele's ready to throw it, but there's no space in there for him to put that football. So he throws it incomplete because there was really no place for that ball to go. We'll watch it one time live, and you can see it, but this was definitely a trap. Receivers, you have to get yourselves open as well. Ready? Nope, not there. And he doesn't leave himself anywhere. He just backs out of that route, and that is tough duty. So you can see, nice combination of plays in there, a lot of RPO. Using a young quarterback, running that RPO where they get simple reads is a great concept for offensive coordinators. I love getting inside their mind a little bit. I'm not on the headsets. I don't know exactly what they were thinking in terms of their calls. But seeing how these guys call it, getting a feel for it as an offensive coordinator, coach yourself, or a quarterback to understand the thinking, super important. If you like what I did here today, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified every time we have new stuff coming out. And please leave me a comment down below. Any questions, any comments, anything you want to say to me, happy to respond to it down below. Appreciate you watching. Just talk about getting inside the mind of an offensive coordinator, helping quarterbacks with the quarterback play, quarterback skills, maybe improve your football IQ a little bit, and make you better at the game.